Hi guys, so today I have some of the new holiday cheer and clothes collection from Spellbinders to share with you guys. I have two of the items from the new set. I do have something that coordinates back with it from the birthday celebrations collection, so we'll talk about that in just a minute. So these items were sent free of charge for my review, and of course all opinions are my own, and any links I have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items through those links. So thanks for using those if you can. I do get questions often, where is the description box? It's right under the video, usually under the title. You click show more, expand, or just the word more, or maybe it's a triangle, like just whatever that expands that. Whenever anybody links anything, recipes, blog posts, whatever it is on YouTube, that's where they are. So thanks for checking that out. Yeah, so it's holiday cheer and clothes, super cute. I have a couple of items. Like I said, I think there are 4, maybe 5 items in the collection. There's a stamp set for sure that has some dies, some words that are really cute with the background shadow portion of it. They all coordinate. But when I saw this, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to bring out the birthday box. So hopefully you can see close up just a little bit. The one I have here to share with you guys today are the little, I should say the whole collection is kind of like animal based. Okay, so we have the special pet delivery, and this is Santa Paws photopolymer stamp set, so we'll talk about it in just a minute. Hopefully you can see, it's like a little portrait kind of thing. So you have like the little background, like the little lace, and then you have this little guy that you can top it or make it a frame, however you want to use those. And then we have our little characters. So we have different face shapes, but of course tons of different items to go along with them, like a little spot around the eyes, maybe a little accent to the ears. We have little paws that look like this. We have this portion that you can then decorate on top of that. Bands and hats, and I mean even little reindeer ears, you guys. Oh my gosh, cute. Different types of ears, little body portions, and then we have like this little banner, and then we have the word hello and for you that you can, I believe they coordinate back together. This one looks a little bigger than that, so I was just wondering. But we have those. A little bow, it can be a bow tie, it can be a bow, it can be, you know, on here, it can be on your little characters, however you like to use that. And then the basically punny sentiments here. Let me see. So, you know, do not open until December 25th, which is a basic thing. So again, if you make them look like a little portrait, or you can take the little characters and put them in this box, which we'll talk about in a minute. Sending cozy Christmas wishes. Again, this is geared towards that birthday box. It has like spoiler alert, it's coal, and it's at that angle because you stamp it on the box sides out here. Santa Paws is coming to town. You'll never guess. No peeking. Holly jolly. Another Christmas. Another box of socks full of Christmas cheer. So yeah, just really sweet. Again, I had said punny, but you know what? All these aren't really puns. It's just something nice to use on those boxes. So that's really great, along with little paw prints and stuff like that. And then, of course, like I said, the box from previous collection, and you just basically cut these super simple and put them on there. If you want to make it look more 3D, you pop these guys in here and that guy towards the back. So we will play with that in just a minute, but what I'm going to do is just grab different colors of paper. Of course, it depends on what color you want your little animals and then their accent pieces and all that. So I'm just going to grab a card base and some papers, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so for right now, just to focus on our little animal, let's see. I have some scraps of paper here because I'm thinking the box is going to be brown, and you know I like make my little animals brown most of the time, but I think today I'll go gray just because just to have something different from the box color. So the little body is mostly going to be this gray, and so we need the body and then I'll do an accent piece with the white, little gray arms and the ears. So I don't know if you can see, these are larger portions of the ears, and you know what, they all cut at the same time, so I don't know if I'll use the pointy ones or like this part or however. I think those are ears too. At least that's what it looks like. But okay, so we'll just cut this whole thing out anyway. What else do we need in the gray colors? I think that's it for right now. And then as far as the white, so this portion right here goes on the Santa Claus hat. I don't know if you can see that. That matches up really nice. And then we have other accent pieces. So for right now, I think I'm just going to cut this out of white for sure because I need the little paws. So we'll do that. Oh, and then the little belly portion. This little guy that's like an accent in the belly. And I want him to wear the reindeer ears, which are actually over here. So from the dark brown paper, this mahogany, I'm going to cut this guy. And then there's a little band here that also coordinates to help make that a little more decorative. I'll do that in red. And then I think that same little piece can also go under his little neck, like for the bow, if you want to put a bow. You know what, let's just put a bow. So I'll do this also in red to bring some of that red back. And, oh, this one I'm going to run through some light pink to get the very lightest, just some pink here for the little inside part of his little ears. Maybe the cheeks, we'll see. And then which face do we want to use? You know what, let's go with, let me cut both of them out and we'll see which one we want to use, okay? Both faces and the gray also. And I'll bring everything on here pretty much at once. But I will need this one portion. Look how cute. Okay, this guy again, because I need this to cut the little red band. And I think that's the only one. Everything else came out? Okay. Yes, I'll run this back through some red paper so I can get that little red band there. And I'll okay, guys, so we have a few different things here. I know I don't need like the portion that's going to go with the Santa hat because I'm not using it. These look, I think I'm going to make like a doggy. These look more like cat ears, but I'll show you really quickly what you would do with those anyway. So we have our little cat ears here, like this one and this one. I know I'm going to take it off of this because obviously that shine is not helpful. Let me move this over. And I'll just place the cat ears here like if we were going to use them. And, you know, I would just pop in a little bit, tiny amount of glue there, and then bring these guys out. So you have your little accent in your cat ear, and then your ears are ready to use. Oopsie. Why does this one keep wanting to flip on me? But there you go. So let's get a little bit closer just in case. It's probably washed out, but there you go. So those would be the cat ears for using them. The little bow, it looks like the bow itself goes on top of that portion because there's like a little heart embossed in there, and I doubt they would put the embossing so you can cover it up. But again, you can use it as a bow tie. Let's focus. Nope, still not. There we go. So for this guy, I'm just going to put it together for now. Put that there. Okay, we have a little bow. Oh, let me just put that to the side. So our choices, you know, I'll probably use this face shape for this one. You know, whichever one you like. I suppose they can look like different types of animals. This one looks more dog shaped to me, so I'll be using this one today. We can put this guy to the side, and then I have the little ears so I can do another character with him later. And then I have, you know, portions of what would be the hat, which on that same die it has the little puff, and then it has the little cuff, and then all you would do is put the hat behind there, right? So I'll put those to the side so I can still use those. Little body, so we have that guy and this guy, and so I'm just going to put a little glue right now. Ooh, basically that's going to go on there. If you want that accent piece, I guess you don't have to, but there that is, and his little face will go on top of that. In just a minute. Of course, there's background pieces we want to put. So for his ears, that was also on that same gray. You know, do you want to keep using gray? Do you want a different color? Do you want to place them like this or some other way? For me, I think that looks pretty cute right there. So I'm going to just do that. And again, I just stuck with the gray. Oh my goodness. And I suppose you can kind of play with his little ears too to have them doing funny things, right? Because sometimes animals maybe have one little ear doing a little something funny while the other one's tucked back or however. So I'm just going to put that one like that and this one out a little bit more. Maybe even one up, right? That'd be super cute too. Okay, we are going to cover... So when I was cutting things out, okay, let's get his little arms. There's also on that same die that I would do in white, of course, because it has like the stuff for the hat and whatever else. We have our little hands, our little paws. So I'm doing white accent pieces. Of course, if you want to cut out in whatever color you like. You know, do that. How cute would that be to have like the colors of whatever pet of the person that you're saying this to, or your own little pet, of course. So we have this piece, and again, it can go behind, I mean, it can go in front. This thing could have covered it. Wherever you think that this should go, his little arms. Maybe this could even tuck in side there, which is probably what I'll do. Something like that. Oh my goodness, how cute. So for doing that, I'm just going to put some glue and sliding this from behind in there. Gives it a little bit of dimension too. You can kind of see what's going on there. Like I said, we're going to cover it. That looks so cute already. On that same die that had the gray, there's also this piece here. Again, it's basically the accent piece for the little antlers, which, where did I put that? I just realized I hadn't cut the antlers yet. I forgot. Because what happens is this same die, if you want the accent piece, so I cut that with the red. I ran that through and then I forgot to do the antler part. Again, you know, these are all just different color type of accessories as far as the ears and things like that. So, okay. So let's see. We have this little guy. And what I'm going to do is accent it with that red. So I'm just going to put this on here. Put that on there. My goodness. Of course you can stick this whole thing behind him to make him look just like if he is just a reindeer. But for today where he's dressing up as a reindeer, so we're making it a little more fun. Oh my gosh, how cute is that already? And then, you know, I thought that was really cute that this die, the one that has like the inner portions for the ears, also has these little circles to make the eyes look like sweet, you know, to do like a little something, like if he has little. So I'm going to do that on one eye. And I suppose I'll do it on this eye. Let me see. Yeah, that eye. I'm trying to see if his little ears. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's do it on this eye. So cute. And I was debating, I cut it out in black because I was going to make his eyes black because it'd be the easiest thing to mount black paper behind here. But I think what I'm going to do is make his eyes like a blue and then put black behind his nose and pink behind his little cheeks. So let's do that. So as far as the pink, it needs to be kind of small. Not the biggest thing. I think a piece about this big will probably cover. And that's how I do it. If you want to put like sticky tape behind, let me use the other piece. You can do that. Alright, good. Okay, let me get the smallest piece of black. Actually, I have a piece here, or even the leftover piece from the eye that I'm not using. So let's do this. So all I'm doing is just cutting little pieces of paper. Put some glue back here. I don't have his eye color yet, so it's a little premature to be putting glue there. But I'm going to pop this on here. So that's the black for his nose. And then this piece I'll pop in, and then if I need to cut anyway, I will do that, which I'm sure I will have to. So I'm going to hold that down for just a minute. And I'll pick out some blue paper in the meantime. So I just got a little strip of blue paper that I'm going to stick back in here. Same way, just big enough to cover that area. Aww. Okay, I'll be right back. So we have our pieces. So we're going to pop him in his little box and then put this on. So maybe we'll just finish that up when we have everything else so we kind of know what we're looking at. I know, I'm sorry, it's so washed out. And then I have the little bow still, and I can put the bow on him, or I can put the bow on the box, or whatever else. So we're just going to put it to the side for a moment. And again, you can do that little portrait and basically put it on your card, you know. I'll show you kind of an idea of how big that would be, and then you would have like your little sentiment right here, or however. Oh, putting a few of them, that would be really cute, like a slimline. Anyhow, I'm just going to cut these pieces out of my little cardboard box, and I'll be right back. Okay. So we have our pieces here, and so basically when you build up this little box, I'm going to also put like a little background paper, of course. You can make this more dimensional. I don't know if you can see it has like dimension to it. You can even make this the box by itself. You can crease that and just have that, you know, as portion of it, or that's all you want to use if you want to keep it really flat, or however. So for me, this is going to go towards the back. Sorry about that. So I'm going to put that back there, and then I'm going to put this guy in the front. And it has creases and things, but I'm going to try to keep it relatively flat because I think last time I made it more pop up, a little more dimension, and people were asking if you can make it flat. You can create it however you want. I think that's also why they have so many different pieces, because you can just use this and maybe just these pieces to make it look dimensional even though it's still flat, you know, however you want, and then glue that down. But I'll use all four and see if we can get it going. So for right now, we just need this guy back here. So you saw how I just kind of folded that over. Oh, you know what? That's okay. I want to do some stamping, so let's go ahead and put these on, and then we'll just keep it flat like this when I go to stamp. Definitely, if you want to do some stamping, stamp it first. But since I was like, let's make the box. Alright, we have that. And then, you know, we have, again, there's sentiments and there's box things like you'll never guess, you know, Holly Jolly, no peeking, spoiler alert, it's cold. We have Santa Mail, which is really cute. So maybe I'll put this one. And then you'll never guess. And I am going to get my stamp positioner and I'll be right back. So, since I'm not sure what's the best way to stick this down, especially since I already built it up, I would have just left this flat stamped and then, you know, glued the things down and do the scoring. But for now, I'm just going to put this Santa. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm probably going to use VersaFine, so I'm going to put a little powder on this because that probably means I'm going to have to seal it. VersaFine just stays so sticky for so long. Okay. Or like wet, should I say. Okay, right there. About. I could stamp the other side also, but, you know, I'll just do one side at a time. So we have this guy. Nice even pressure. And then this guy, let's see if it fits with the tape. I put tape because I didn't know. I was like, I don't know how to keep this down just in case I need to restamp. Let's just leave that. And you'll never guess. Okay. Okay, and I'm just going to grab my clear embossing powder. Put this over here. Get a scrap of paper. Because if I touch that right now, it's definitely going to smear. So I'm going to go ahead and put some clear embossing powder on that. I should probably remove this. I don't think it needs to be on there every time I open this. And there we go. Click off whatever's left and then go ahead and heat set that with your heat tool and I'll be right back. And this will be loud, but I do want to show you with your heat embossing tool, all you do see how it's still powdery right there in this where it says guess. Just as soon as it turns what you need, just move away. And that's it. And the reason I put my powder on a scrap piece of paper is because I just funnel it back into the pot, so that's what I did there. So we have our pieces, we have our little character and her little pieces, and so I have this paper, it's already textured, it looks pretty cool, but I thought, might as well run it through the embossing, this one, the Wintertail embossing folder. It's called Ski Lodge, which I didn't know until I went to get the links. I'm like, oh, it's called Ski Lodge. Okay, well, there it is. Again, from Zoka Marco's new line there on Spellbinders. So I'm just eyeballing this, trying to keep it kind of straight, see what's going on. And I will run this through my embossing, or through my machine, and I'll be right back. Hey, guys. Oh, so cool. That is so interesting, because like I said, the paper already had a pattern on it, and, oopsie. You can still kind of see that the way it's kind of modeled. Okay, so I'm just going to glue this down right quick and then we'll continue on. So again, we have our pieces of box and then you can put them together however you think looks the best. And for right now, again, we can even cut those off if you wanted to keep it really skinny, or just stick them down like that and just keep it flat. You know, that's okay too. Again, a little bit different from what I did last time. About that, I don't know if anybody loved anything more than my neighbor loves his blower. Okay, so let's put that there. And I'm just going to put a little glue for now. I don't even know if it's going to be touching it, just to put this together. Just so that it still looks right. You know, even if it's not opened up, like about there. Like that. Okay, so I'm gonna hold that down and I'll be right back. I didn't put any glue in the center so we can put our little character in there. Okay. So if we have this here, oh my goodness, the glue stuck on my finger there. Okay, and then we have our little guy. Oh my goodness. And you know, if you wanted to fold this all the way down, his little hands, the way they're created, they have that little space, right? So you can totally put them over like that, you know? I don't know if I was going to do that. Well, maybe. I wasn't really gonna glue this down because of the way I have the wording. So, you know, I just want to show you that it's definitely made like almost like a little paper clip, you know? Super cute. Okay, let's pop him back out of there though. Let's pretend he was in here like this much. Of course, at this point you have guessed, when it says you'll never guess. Oh, how cute would it be to put some tissue in there? Okay, I was gonna keep it simple, but if you wanted to put a little tissue, it would be very adorable in there. We have his little bow he can also wear. So let's do that. Okay. I'm just putting a little glue, and then we'll see. His little head can go over that. Where his little head might be at. Oh my goodness, he looks like a little gentleman. Look at that. I'm gonna push it down just a little bit because that was a little bit too much. I'm just gonna put the little head on there. Oh my gosh. So I'm gonna hold this together because I have it up in the air. Because then we're gonna place him down in there. And then I want his little ears to be a little bit sideways. So I'm just putting a little amount of glue there. And then we can put this back on there. Oh my goodness. Of course he can wear it straight, but I always like things to be a little bit crooked. And even his little head could be a little bit off to the side, right? It doesn't have to be straight up and down, so let's do that. Okay, I'll be right back. I think just about here is a good spot for this, so I'm going to put glue all down in here. And I'll double check that again, but it was about here. You can put glue underneath too, but to me I like that it gives it dimension without being like super high, so I'm okay with that. And then we'll pop him in there just like that. And I'm going to put dimension on the back of his head, but I'm going to put glue at the base, okay? I'll be right back. So let's put this down here. A little dimensional. I still want him kind of out. So cute. Okay, so I'm going to hold that because the box moved a little bit. Again, I'm using a specialty paper, so it's a little bit wet. Alright, I'm going to hold this down, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so remember with the die set with the little pet we have the little for you, and I think it says hello, the little banner. What I think I'm gonna do is gonna stamp a couple things full of Christmas cheer and a little gift for you, and then I'm gonna cut them out with a die or something. So I'm just gonna stamp this on white paper and I'll be right back. So I just stamped those sentiments out. If I can see them pretty well through this, I think I can. I'll just cut them out. What I'm looking at is like the top of the G and the bottom of the F and all those things, so take all those things into account when you go to get these things cut. And I will be right back. Okay, so we have those pieces, and then of course I'll just kind of play with them and see what I want to do or where I want to place them. I mean, they can go together, or we can do a little gift for you, full of Christmas cheer, you know, whatever it is. So let me play with this a little bit, and I'll be kind of like spreading out like this. So that's all I'm going to do, and I also trim this down a little closer so it's more like that instead of having the excess on both sides, but that's just a small detail. And so we have that. And I'll place it just about the same, a little bit in from the edge, and you know, maybe half an inch down or so. And same thing over here, just a little bit in from the edge and about half an inch up. And try to make it straight. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Super sweet little set. Of course, you know, I mean, so many ways to mix and match and work up your little animals. And yeah, just coordinates perfectly with that little birthday box die set. So I'll have the images coming up. I'll have the links in the description box. Thank you so much, Spellbinders, for sending these items for review. I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye now.